This Indian reservation, like, struck oil, spewing out of the ground, dude. Train comes to town. All these white people want to marry an Indian girl. Find themselves a sugar mama, because they're fine looking and well off. And now, all the murder starts happening. It's a Scorsese movie, so of course they're like, whoa, who was that guy? I don't know, just deaths keep happening, almost like a death montage. And then some people laying in bed, and there's way more than just like two. And this one guy shoots his mother from inside the house, goes outside, plants the gun next door, like, obviously a suicide, right guys? He then picks up the baby. I'm like, oh, come on, dude, don't do that. Even Michael Myers leaves kids alone. I think he did. He might have. I don't know. But Robert De Niro comes up with like a good plan because Leo comes to town and he goes, hey, why don't you try to marry one of these girls? So Leo's like, hey, I'm already sort of talking to one. I drive her around and, we're sort of hooking up. Then they get married and seal the deal with having some mixed kids, sort of like what I did. I have a Latino baby though. Then De Niro puts a plan on him. But he's not almost like a boss. He sort of like hints at it. Like, all right, man, they're pretty wealthy, but it flows down to you if everybody else is out of the picture. Then all that oil money is mine. I mean yours. I mean both of ours. Shit. But see, the mom dies, but I don't know if to count the mom because she just died of old age. That just means she's out of the picture and the money goes to the kids. Like this guy, her first husband, he's going to be a problem. So they set and plan a thing to kill this guy. This is like a cold plan because he's like, hey, can you kill this guy? He's a bit of a drunk, so just be his drinking pal for a bit and then shoot him in the front of the head. But this guy shoots him in the back of the head. And they're both like, what you tell him, dude? You said shoot him in the back of the head, right? It's supposed to be the front to look like a suicide. Now it just looks like damn murder. The front's the front, the back is the back. How easy is that? Now you start to get like, oh, Leo's like a bit of a dumb blonde, and De Niro's sort of just manipulating him the whole time. I get it. More of Molly's siblings are dying, like she had this heavyset sister who slaps her husband in public. She gambles and drinks too much and carries a little gun in her purse. So De Niro's like, oh, maybe the narrative is like she did that to the wrong person and got killed. So De Niro sets up a plan where the husband and this dude just shoots her in the head and leaves her in the woods. Don't trust these white husbands. This conspiracy takes up like the whole town too. Like De Niro's got the doctors working for him. They do the autopsy, can't find a bullet, and they also give Leo some like poison insulin to give to his wife. They also have to kill two of these Indians at the very same time, so they come up with a plan like, why don't we use explosives? Do we have an explosive guy? Oh yeah, we know this like bank robber who uses like TNT all the time. At this point, they're not even trying to make look like anything an accident. Just, no dude, let's just blow both of them up. Not even like old school gangsters, like a car explodes. Nah, man, a whole building explodes. That's gonna raise a whole lot of red flags. It was a gory way to get rid of the sister and the husband. Both their heads were falling off and they were all smashed up. This makes Leo drink a little bit more and seem to be even more dumb. Molly pays for like a private investigator, and then Leo and the uncle have a couple of guys murder him. Leo did his own dirt too by like hitting a guy with like a hammer and like leaving his business card on him. I'm not sure if he died, but it seemed like it. For people who had him like help out with one of these crimes, they didn't want any loose ends, so they would like, oh here, rob this bank, it's a good time to rob it. They would tell the cops, so the actual cops would actually shoot them dead. It's a good plan. See, back in the day, cops would shoot you while you committed the crime, not just when they pulled you over. And they would tell shop owners, hey, someone's going to try to rob your place today. Why don't you stay back there with a shotgun? And you could kill a guy robbing your store, and it's totally justified. Not nowadays, dude. If that dude owned an Apple store or a Best Buy, nobody's shoplifting there. Molly gets like real paranoid. She sees all these white men in her town. She's like, I don't trust any one of them. But she trusts her husband, which she shouldn't. Now we know statistically if anybody's going to try to kill you, you, the leading suspect, is your husband or wife. And she goes to DC, and then this fool shows up. The FBI. The FBI just started, too, so he should be shitting his pants. Leo spills his whole guts. They break this fool down because he's pretty stupid. I think they were giving Molly like heroin, and he started drinking it because by the time he got arrested, he seemed like he was a bit more of a junkie than a drunk. The feds flipped him pretty easily to get him to testify against his uncle. They both locked up Leo and De Niro, and they both went to prison for a couple of years, then they got out. That's justice served, I guess.